Hello and welcome to session 1 of Mind. There are lots of different ways of trying to understand and describe how grief, loss and bereavement feels. They're sometimes called models of bereavement or of grief. I've chosen 2 which I feel are most relevant to anyone who's gone through a loss, including a pregnancy loss. I'll explain these for you to help you understand that what you're going through, your experience, is normal for you. Before I begin, I'd like to invite you to stop and start this session as often as you need, to look after yourself. There's no rush. Grief and loss can't be rushed. Just work through at a speed that feels most comfortable for you. If you have someone to support you, a partner, friend or family member, you might find it useful to watch these sessions with them so that you feel supported and have someone to talk to about what you hear and what you see. The first model that I want to share was developed by a psychologist called Warden. Warden talks about the Tasks of Mourning. He helps us to understand that our journey through grief includes 4 tasks. The first task is to accept the loss, coming to terms with the fact that this has really happened to us and now can't be changed. This is our first step in moving forward. The second task is to begin to process the pain of grief. Letting in this pain allows us to work through it and continue our journey of coming to terms with loss. Painful emotions we might feel can include sadness, anger, anxious feelings, feeling unmotivated and low in mood. There's no right or wrong emotion to feel, but what I take from Warden's model is that trying to fight off these emotions is often not useful, and we need to make space for them in our lives and allow ourselves to experience them in ways that feel safe. We can do this by finding ways to express these feelings, maybe sharing feelings with those close to us, writing down how we feel, drawing or painting. As we work through these painful emotions, we are then able to get back towards the life that is normal for us and find ways to keep loving memories with us. Getting back to life is our third task. Our loss may mean that our ideas and expectations have changed. It may leave us with questions about faith, work, family, and who we are as individuals. This is okay. Over time, we can explore our thoughts and feelings and adjust to life as it is now. The fourth task is to find a connection with what we lost. We can do this by reflecting on loving memories and experiences we had during the time of pregnancy or just after birth. You will have noticed that Warden talks about tasks rather than stages of grief. This is because tasks don't necessarily happen in a particular order. They can overlap and go back and forth and will very much depend on your own personal circumstances. The next model I want to share is called Growing Around Grief, and this was developed by a grief counsellor called Tonkin. This model informs us that the grief people experience in the beginning feels overwhelming, but that as time goes by, we can build a life around our grief and loss. This doesn't mean we forget those we have lost. What it does mean is that you can move from a place of being overwhelmed with grief to a life of joy and fulfillment by rebuilding your life around your loss. Your starting point for this will be personal to you, and I very much hope that this program of Mind, Move and Core Connect sessions will offer you an opportunity to begin to rebuild a friendly connection with your body and mind and with the life that you want to live. So let's move on to our activity. It's a guided mindfulness exercise called Safe Place. Let's begin by sitting in a comfortable position. Close your eyes if you can. And if you don't want to do this right now, that's okay. Just look gently down towards the floor, away from any clutter, away from anything that might distract you. Take a few moments to get used to this position. Focus on the rhythm of your breath. Don't try to change your breath. Just notice it and accept it as it is. You may find your mind wanders away from your breath from time to time, and that's okay. Nothing is wrong here. When you notice this, just bring your focus back to your breath. Now try and bring a place to mind, a place that feels safe, comfortable and relaxing to you. This could be a real place, somewhere you've been or would like to go, or an imaginary place. Don't clutter this place with other people. This is your place, your space. Maybe you'll find yourself imagining being on a beach or in a field of flowers. Whatever place you find just needs to feel safe and peaceful for you. Now that you've chosen your safe place, take some time to notice your surroundings here. Focus on the shapes and the colours you see around you. Whether it's the orange glow of sunset or the rich greens of a woodland, just allow yourself to be fully present in the space. Imagine yourself sitting or lying in your space in a comfortable position. As you continue to explore this space, pay attention to any sounds that might be there. Is there a gentle sound of the wind, a trickling stream, or maybe some bird song? Just allow the sights and sounds to soothe and comfort you. Notice any scents in the air. Can you smell the fragrant scent of flowers? The sweet smell of freshly mowed grass? What do you find here? Allow yourself to breathe in the scents around you. And finally, just notice any physical sensations. Is the sun shining and can you feel the warmth of the sun on your skin? Maybe sand between your toes, or a gentle cooling breeze. Take a few more moments here. And before you leave this place, bring a word to mind to help you connect to this place again. Now take your time to come away. Move your hands and your toes. Take a stretch if that feels good for you. And when you're ready, open your eyes or lift your eyes back to me. If you choose to do the safe place activity again, you might want to make it even more personal by introducing a scented candle or a spray of perfume. You could hold something meaningful to you in your hand. You could play yourself some music or some sounds that match your safe place. Maybe the sound of a stream or gentle wind or bird song. This activity will be personal to you and you can repeat it at any time in the future. You'll find a reminder of how to create your own safe place and a link to the BBC Soundscape series in the written content that comes with this session. You can also find lots of different soundscapes online. If you choose a sound, take time to listen to it first with your eyes open, just to make sure it feels safe for you before trying it out with your eyes closed. You can add anything that you feel will help you connect back to your safe place. If you found this activity challenging, it's okay. Getting used to stillness and allowing yourself to relax can take time and practice. Congratulate yourself for this first effort. Be gentle with yourself today, and maybe make a promise to yourself to try this activity again another time. I hope you'll be able to join me for session 2, where we'll be exploring getting support for trauma, post-traumatic stress disorder and sleep. Thank you for joining me today, and see you again soon for session 2.